thighs must be felt with warm hands. Couldn't agree more, Unigear. Today, we're talking about hand warmers and winter camping. Let's get into it. Right here I have the 10,000 milliamp hour hand warmers from Unigear. They have a max temperature of 131 Fahrenheit. These are very easy to operate. It has a plus and minus for your temperature setting right here, and then an on and off switch on the opposite side. So now it's off, you flip it on, and it turns on. I think it defaults to like 100 degrees or something like that. 113 it defaults to. Then you can turn it up to max of 131. It's charged by a Type-C USB port. It also doubles as a power bank, so you can charge your devices with this as well. I first started testing it with just setting it down and letting it run as long as possible at max power of 131 degrees Fahrenheit. I averaged a time of about 7.5 hours. Unigear claims that it has a working time of 4 to 8 hours. I don't know what the 4 hours is from, but on high, the highest setting, I'm getting an average of over 7 hours. And that is just sitting down by itself without touching anything else. In your pocket or in your sleeping bag, I've averaged over 10 hours with this thing at 131 degrees. They're pretty cool. I also checked to see how accurate this temperature was. So when I had it set to 131 degrees Fahrenheit, I stuck my thermopop thermometer underneath it, and it was reading at about 127 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty darn close to what this was set at. I don't know if the thermometer wasn't on it right, or if it just wasn't reading it correctly, or if this temperature setting was off, but it was pretty darn close to 131. So how do they do winter camping? So I ended up setting up a tent with the Unigear Comfy 30 degree Fahrenheit sleeping bag and their sleeping pad. I don't remember what the R rating is for that sleeping pad, but it's not made for winter camping, but it actually did very well. I felt no cold air from underneath me, but I do not recommend using this 30 degree sleeping bag and their sleeping pad for winter camping by themselves. If you pair it with something else to keep you warm, then I highly recommend it, because I really like this sleeping bag, to be honest. It's huge. There's tons of room. I move around in it just fine. I don't feel confined in it, and the sleeping pad did very well at temperatures of 16 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'd say those worked out for me pretty well. But how did the hand warmer do? I started out with temperatures of 21 degrees outside, and with a starting temperature of 60 degrees in my foot box. I had a thermometer in my foot box along with the hand warmer to see how warm the foot box stayed throughout the night, and to see if it would keep my feet warm, right? I wore one pair of socks and a regular pair of pants, and this was a pretty good test of this hand warmer. Throughout the first night, I lost the hand warmer. My feet moved and my feet got cold. So easily found this in my sleeping bag with my feet, moved my feet closer to it, and my feet were warm the rest of the night. I only woke up once the first night with cold feet. I did have a cold torso, and this is what I was wearing. A t-shirt, a thin flannel, and then this jacket over it. So the second I ended up wearing a winter jacket as well, and I was still cold, to be honest. But my feet were warm with this. When I woke up in the morning, I saw that the low temperature throughout the night was 16 degrees, and the high in the foot box was 78 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty warm for one of these. Also, that night, this thing lasted over 10 hours. I don't understand how it lasted 10 hours. Maybe the thermostat in this turns it off and turns the heat function off so it lasts longer when it's over 131 degrees. I'm not positive, but it lasted over 10 hours in the foot box that night. So Unigear's hand warmer worked very well to keep my feet warm in the foot box with one pair of socks at 16 degrees Fahrenheit and a 30 degree sleeping bag. That's not bad. After testing Unigear's hand warmer, I moved on to testing Hot Hands hand warmers. These claim to have an average temperature of 127 degrees Fahrenheit. With the thermopop, I only read at about 100 degrees. That's not far off from the 127 they claim. It was a little warmer the second night, with starting temperatures at 29 degrees Fahrenheit with a foot box of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. So when I woke up, the thermometer was sitting directly on top of this body warmer, and it was only reading 87 degrees. So it lost a lot of heat throughout the night, but that was 7 hours later. So it was almost at its 8-hour max. Oh, 12-hour max. Oh, these are 12-hour hot hand warmers. I'm sorry, 12 hours, not 8 hours. I've been saying 8 hours, I meant 12. So I woke up many times throughout the night with cold feet and had to find this hand warmer and put it back by my feet. Even though it wasn't as cold the second night when I was testing the body warmers, I don't remember how many times, but it was more than the one time I had to wake up to find this one. And this just made my feet much warmer than this. the heat range of this it like radiates. These are pretty cool for heating up your sleeping bag. More than one of these throughout your sleeping bag would probably do great. These range from $1 to a few dollars depending on what size and what ones you're buying. These are about $32.99 on Unigear's website. I've been using hand warmers in my sleeping bags for years to stay warm, and hand warmers, to be honest, are a great way to stay warm throughout the night when you're winter camping, to add warmth to your sleeping system. Rechargeable hand warmers might be the future. This thing is pretty cool. You can charge it on the go while you're camping. Solar panels, power banks, whatever you have to charge this, and use it day after day. So if you guys are interested in Unigear's hand warmer, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a Black Friday deal going on, so I'll leave a link to that down below. And before I go, I want to mention I've teamed up with Unigear again to give away 2 of these Unigear heated winter gloves. If you haven't seen this video yet, I'll leave it down in the description below. But I water torture tested these gloves against some ice fishing gloves, and these performed amazing. Go check out the video, it's pretty good. But this is an Instagram giveaway, so go check out my Instagram for the details on how to enter to win these gloves. And good luck, everybody. So thank you, Unigear, and you guys for all the giveaways. It's really cool that I could give back to you guys, and Unigear's helping me do that. Oh yeah, one sleeping bag went unclaimed. Claim it down below. First one to claim it gets it.